we don't know. We don't quite know what we're going to be going back to once this is all said and done. So I count myself very fortunate just to be with my family, and that's all I need. And it was that night that I actually had my own emotional breakdown. Waiting in line to get gas, trying to get prepped for this hurricane. This particular gas station just got refilled with gas about 2 hours ago, and here I am sitting in line waiting to get refilled. So crazy stuff. We have decided to take off, leave where we're living on the west coast of Florida and head a little more inland. And because we're close to a lot of water, flooding is kind of an issue. As of now, the traffic's okay, so I'll check in a little bit and let you know how things are going. All right.
Thanks.
Nice park job, man. Look at that. Way to go, homie.
All right, so we made it safely. I'm with my niece Emily. Say hi, Emily.
Hi.
Yeah, we made it safely from Manatee County. We're up here in Gainesville, Florida at a Best Western. The thing about this hotel, it's pretty nice because our grandfather has family who actually owns this hotel. But something that's really cool that I want to share with all of you is this painting right here. That painting was actually done by our grandfather, which is really cool. He's a tremendous artist. He's very proud of that painting. Another thing that happened today, Emily and I were very tired from our drive, and we went for a Starbucks run, and there was no Starbucks that was open. We're in Gainesville, and that's University of Florida town, so probably a lot of those students they're heading home themselves. So I don't, but we did find a Dairy Queen.
Yeah, we did.
It was pretty good though. I love Dairy Queen.
Frappe ice cream.
Yeah. Anyway, so we made it here safely. We'll keep you posted throughout the week. All right, peace out. Say peace, Emily.
No, thank you.
All right, so we're here out with the family. We're getting some pool time before the hurricane shows up.
It's my brother-in-law Brad, chilling. That's Jenny. Jenny, say hi. Say hi to YouTube.
Hey.
Hey. We got Grandpa and my wife Julie, and there's Ava. Ava, say hi YouTube.
Hi.
Yeah.
So we're kind of chilling out before. That's Elena. She's very excited about being on. She's telling all the cousins to come see YouTube. Anyway, we're kind of a little calm before the storm.
Say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
You see what I'm with? We're gonna hunker down because Sunday it's gonna be right over top of Gainesville. At least we have each other and all our pets. So the family that owns this hotel are the family of my mother-in-law. So they were kind enough to provide us. Yeah, they were kind enough to provide us with this really nice dinner, and my father-in-law said some really nice things. It's kind of cool when we have stuff like this because I hear stories about when my father-in-law met my mother-in-law and all the, it's just kind of cool to hear their stories of when they were in their early parts of their marriage, and Virgil going to family reunions with Patty. It's always really cool. I find that to be really cool to hear because it kind of reminds me of what it was like when I first married Julie, who's drinking that sweet tea. So that's how we roll in the South.
See how silent those kids are? It's because they're eating dessert.
All right, this is my nephew Joey. Say hi, Joey.
Hi.
Don't let the calmness fool you right now. This kid is crazy. He's a nut.
That is true.
And that's Lainey, and of course you all know Lainey because you've seen her before. So, and coming up there's Emily. Y'all know Emily really well. And the other one, Bella, is gonna limp over here. There's Bella. So I'm very blessed. I get to be here with my wife and my daughter and her whole family and my nieces and nephews, and they're really sweet people.
Are you drinking coffee?
They're just really crazy.
Are you drinking coffee? That's right.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, YouTube.
That's Lainey and Ava. It's Ava's best friend. And Elena's really good at that eye roll.
Are you doing YouTube?
All right, so it's been pretty eventful. We've been watching the news, pretty much checking the news all day long. Seems like Irma has made a dramatic shift to the west, which is not good for where we live. Fortunately, as you've seen earlier in this video, we've made it safely to Gainesville, which is much north, and now east of Hurricane Irma, which is the largest hurricane in U.S. history, which is kind of crazy. Right now, they're talking about how the eye is going to be really, really close to right where we live. So we don't know. We don't quite know what we're going to be going back to once this is all said and done. The storm should be passed by Monday evening, and after that it's just the aftermath that we have to deal with. Not the storm aftermath, but as far as the damage. They're anticipating power outages, not having power for a couple days. Fortunately, you know, our state government is doing everything they can to help everybody who's been affected by this. We're not the only county, and we're not the only people. But what's the most important thing is that we're with our families and we're safe, and anything that could be damaged is replaceable. You know, we're with our wife, I'm with my wife, I'm with my daughter, I'm with all of our family. Those lives, those are irreplaceable, and the fact that we're together is what makes us okay. I'm not stressing out, honestly. I've kind of come to terms with the fact that we're going to have a lot of damage when we get back home, but nothing that can't be replaced. And so I count myself very fortunate just to be with my family, and that's all I need. So a storm like this, it's unpredictable. You know, it started on the whole East Coast, and now it's all the way over to us. So we'll see what happens after this. Ava's taking care of breakfast for everybody today. Feeding Joey Cheerios.
I'm used to spinning the older kids. This may be faster.
See there. Janelle's kind of in a daze. We made it back home safely. As you saw at the beginning of this video, we spent time with family in Gainesville. We happen to have a family member who was very gracious and allowed us to stay in a hotel that they owned. They're tremendous hosts. The staff was incredible at this hotel that we stayed at. In fact, I'm going to drop a link to that particular Best Western that we stayed at down in the description below. So if you ever are in the Gainesville area for like a football game, or you're just driving through, make sure you book a stay at this Best Western. The staff is top-notch. But we made it back home. Our particular townhome that we're living in does not have power. To come through with only losing power is humbling, because there are other people who are affected by this storm in a much greater capacity than what I was. But I'll take not having power over damaged property, flooded property, and heaven forbid, loss of life, which unfortunately this storm did bring. The closer that we got to Hurricane Irma actually impacting our area, the more stressed I began to feel. But I think what broke me down the most, we're getting our daughter to bed, and she looked with us with tears in her eyes, and she just said, "I want to go home." And as a parent, it killed me that I wasn't able just to take her home. And it was that night that I actually had my own emotional breakdown. And then I started thinking about the other people who aren't going to have a home to go to. This hurricane wiped it completely away. Their possessions, their cars, the roof over their head. There are going to be people who are going to be affected by this storm for months and years. And I'm just coming home to a place that doesn't have power. I'm in a really good position where other people aren't. How can I help them? I was lucky enough to escape the worst part of this storm. After this, not going to ever take for granted my wife and my daughter and the life that they have and what they do for me. My wife was incredible through all this. Not only did she pack us to get ready to go. When you're in a car for 4.5 hours with a 2.5-year-old, they don't like to be in a car that long typically. And my wife did such a great job of keeping my daughter calm playing with her in the back. But we had 2 cats that we took with us because we didn't want to leave them behind. And my wife did such a great job of making sure that they were comfortable and they felt safe. I could not think of a better person to ride this storm out with than my wife. Wherever you are, find a way to help. What can we do to help? The links below will take you to places, take you to websites where you can help out in some way. Though it may seem like I was having a great time in Gainesville, hanging out with the family, truthfully, we had a good time because we were together, and we felt safe because we were together. But my heart and my thoughts and my prayers are going to be with those people who are much more affected than I was. Click those links down below. Find out ways you can help. All right. Music Man Steel signing out. Stay musical, everybody.